Saturday morning, everybody. Welcome to the HammerFist podcast, brought to you live from MMA Fight Pass. We're actually at the official weigh-ins for the Valley Fight Series, which takes place tonight here at the Wake House in Reedley, California. This is something that we wanted to do. I mean, Valley Fight Series, these guys are no holds barred, basically, no pun intended, on the way they're putting their show together for these amateur guys. So we wanted to come out here out of courtesy and let everybody know what it is behind the scenes, live actually on a Saturday. And I get the satisfaction actually having our producer join with Archie Tovar with me this morning. And periodically off and on throughout the day here as they progress with the weigh-ins, we'll have some of the fighters and some of the coaches on here, and maybe grab a fan or two to get some of the experience that possibly they're going to be enjoying tonight.
That's right. It should be a fun day. Right now it's the weigh-ins, and you can see all the guys behind us getting ready to weigh in. Tonight will be a fun night. Let's take care of the morning first, morning weigh-ins, and we have how many people on the card? We were told 13 fights.
I think something like that, 13. I was thinking last night, I was thinking 18, but I don't know. I know it's in the teens. And anytime you have a fight card like that, you know you're in for a hell of a night, man. And if it's anything, to information out there, the way they put the card last time, all the fights, well, you were here last time, all the fights were matched pretty well, and they were all pretty exciting. So it looks like everybody's going to be in for a good treat tonight.
Yeah, the fights last time we were here, MMA Fight Pass was cage side, doing some reporting, some photo shoots, and there were some amazing fights. One in particular, and he's here again today, Mr. Perez. He fought for the belt, or he's fighting for the belt today, I believe.
Yeah.
But there's a Perez brother. There's two guys, Perez brothers. And these guys are pretty good. They're up and comers. Along with the Perez brothers, we got a few new guys coming up. Some guys, a club from Hanford has a couple guys in here.
Oh, the Valley
also.
Fight Club. Yeah, you see a lot of the guys walking around. That's a gym right there that we want to keep focus on. They're producing a lot of these young fighters coming out, another next generation, and 110% behind from that gym. And from the way the information I'm getting is they have someone in-house, actually owner, manager of the facility, that actually handles all their negotiations. So all these fighters coming out of that gym just needs to focus on training and making weight. So that's a pretty good deal, man.
Yeah, I know for sure. Any new club that is happening out there, again, the Hanford Club, there's a lot of new clubs popping up in Fresno, Visalia, just about everywhere. That only helps the sport grow. Keep the sport growing. Mixed martial arts, jiu-jitsu. Last night, there was a fight to win.
Last night, yeah, fight to win in Fresno. I heard another pack house. A lot of other more exciting submissions took place. A lot of locals were successful. Nothing but I was really excited. I didn't get to go. You actually were out there a little bit. We had our co-host Tom Owens actually was one of the referees, and Archie here, the producer, was brought in to do some play-by-play, but unfortunately they overbooked.
Yeah, it was kind of cool though, overall. Just the environment, fight to win. The second show in Fresno. They had an amazing stage. As Chris was saying, one of our own, Tom Owens, was on stage, not fighting, but refereeing. Tom Owens, black belt in jiu-jitsu, part of MMA Fight Pass. He had an amazing night last night, refereeing some cool matches. Overall, it was great. The great Dan Camarillo was actually behind the mic at Flow Wrestling. And Marion Renault was there too. She was handling the mic, some of the play-by-play stuff. I was there checking it out. It was amazing. And we were even trying to promote my good old man here's tournament, Chris Ronquillo Kidney Awareness Jiu-Jitsu Tournament coming up June 15th in Selma. But it's all about helping the sport grow.
Yeah, and that's it, And we talk about it a lot. One of the reasons why we even got involved and put something together like this, because there's a whole new flow, a new generation of fighters, a whole new crew of kids that didn't know the past that set the foundation for them to be able to do it. So we're trying to get everybody up to speed from the old to the new, merge them with the experience of the new kids and the way they train nowadays. Kind of everybody's stating it's like the hybrid, you know, because everybody's excelling so fast, you know, transitioning so fast. And then, you know, the ability, not the ability, that's not the word I'm looking for, but the opportunities these new promotions are providing for these kids. It looks like we're going to see more local fights in our area.
Yeah, it's amazing about the opportunities. Chris was saying, the growth, the opportunities, the promoters. There's more and more promoters popping up. But you know, these guys are doing a good thing for the fighters, for the Valley fighters, and even for fighters outside of the Valley. I mean, there's fighters from LA coming through Fresno.
Oh, they're all over. They're coming from all over, all parts of California, man. It just for this card tonight, and then you have the support of the city of Reedley, and this facility here is awesome. This is the first time I've actually seen it, and the way they have it set up here. You know, it's pretty neat. Once the lights go down, and it's gonna, you know, yesterday I was kind of worried because it rained.
Oh, I know. It was like 90%.
And I thought, you know, is it gonna? But it's a heck of a day. It's gonna be a nice night once the lights go on and the sun goes down. This place is gonna be on fire, man.
What's really cool about this place, also, not only just the environment, but there's a freaking Kings River is like
in the
20
back
feet away
yeah.
from us, and there's like water flowing, beautiful. The river's full. So not just the fight, but the ambience.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty nice, man. So hopefully they have some people out there guarding tonight that they don't do any skinny dipping or anything like that too. But we will be on I don't want to say standby, but we'll be on location. The possibility there might be a YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. No, we'll be here tonight doing the play-by-play, and you know, going a little bit back to last night's event, Fight to Win. There were some good players out there from the Valley, all from the Valley. Several gyms were standing out. Halo Jiu-Jitsu, for one, with Angel Lopez and his crew. From Halo, one of the fellas that stood out, Elizondo. And tell us a little bit about Elizondo. I mean, what's he doing?
Paul Elizondo, man, one of the top. What division is that? I mean, I'm
25 pounders.
125 pounders, MMA, highly regarded amateur coming up. Actually, was a 559 fight champion at 125. Transitioned, an excellent transition going into the pro rankings and stuff like that. And was supposed to fight on Tachi Palace, but unfortunately things weren't not on his side, but actually the promotion had some things that they need to finalize, so the fight didn't come through. So Paul, you know, being in shape and had his wanted to keep active, decided to take on jiu-jitsu match.
Yeah,
and did real well last night.
Absolutely, Paul kicked ass. He won. He did real well. That dude's a scrambler. He's a wrestler, scrambler, jiu-jitsu artist, MMA artist, undefeated fighter. I mean, that guy's pretty badass.
He's a good guy. One of the kids that something to watch for. Probably a good running in the breakout fighter for 2019.
Yeah, no, pretty close. Yeah. And then, you know, another gym that stood out last night at the Fight to Win. You know, these guys have been around for a while, and they're making some noise everywhere. And, you know, you just got to give props to this club. I mean, Elite Visalia, they had about 4 or 5 guys, and I believe they all won, starting with the instructor, Professor Tom Knox, going down the line, another professor competed. The Cisnero boy, Josh, I mean, badass. So, you know, that's another club that needs to be recognized, you know.
Yeah. I mean, they come highly regarded. You know, these guys basically dominate on all the tournaments usually they go to. They produce, and they support a lot of the tournaments too, and hopefully they'll support ours come June 15th.
yeah, no, really, guys, we're looking for support from all the gyms, from Elite, Halo, Virtuvian, Camarillo, Halo, I mentioned Halo, Dethrone, you know, just everyone in general. This tournament's coming up at June 15th. It's going to be in Selma Junior High. It's a jiu-jitsu tournament, you know, for the public, for everybody, for the Valley, by the Valley, right?
Exactly, man. and not even to get away from just the local stuff tonight. You got Bellator, and then you also have the UFC coming on, man. Rose takes on Jessica, and that's going to be a hell of a main event tonight.
And especially Rose going out of her way and traveling across the country, all the way to Brazil. That takes some warriorness,
Oh yeah, just to go to Brazil. Anybody saying, if you have the nerve just to go there to fight, that says a lot right there.
Yeah, no,
but
definitely.
like she says, hey, I'm the champion, and that place is just another thought. I'm there to go and do work. So I hope it produces what everybody thinks. So.
Yeah, no, it's going to be an exciting fight card, that's for sure. And just again, Rose is badass. She's beat the champion twice, back to back. Joanna. Yeah. So she's
somebody that they
special.
thought was kind of like an invincible, but she went out. All right, grab that chair right there.
We'll get in the middle. We'll get in the middle. I'll get a chair.
Right on, man.
It's your time, man. It's your time. So.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey everybody, if you don't know who this guy is, then you've been under a rock, but we're going to get everybody up to speed. And like I said, that was the main reason why we got this podcast, because there's a whole new wave generation. This kid right here, I'm going to call him a kid because I think I've known him for about a week. But anyways, he was one of the guys that helped set the foundation, the early days of WEC, local fighter, getting on the main stage there, Ultimate Fighter, helping to transition to where the sport is today. Still involved heavily, bringing in the new kids and, coaching, passing on to that. Who do you got tonight, bud? This is Jason Bobford.
For those of you, Jason Bobford.
Yeah.
How's it going, guys?
The guy you hear Joe always saying the Von Flue choke, this is the man, right?
The one is the only.
Yeah, the Von Flue choke. And Archie will be demonstrated.
Hey, I hope we have a demonstration in a while.
If I would have known I was going to be on a podcast and stuff, I might have worn a hat and covered up my balding spots.
Oh, hey, dude, that's why I'm at this.
Tell us a little bit, Jason, what's going on here, man? What brings you here? I know you have a gym out there. And just give us a little, to catch people up on Jason.
Well, basically, I instruct over at Halo Jiu-Jitsu Training Center in Fresno, Clovis area. It's one of the better jiu-jitsu gyms in the valley.
Angel Lopez.
Angel, yeah, good friend. I don't teach jiu-jitsu there because I'm not built to jiu-jitsu system, but I work kickboxing and work with the fighters there. So
you were kind of there when they first started, huh?
Yeah, back in the day in 08.
Yeah.
FKA days.
Yeah, the early days. Yeah.
Early.
Hey, that's like way back.
Oh yeah, 2008 days. Yeah. Way back when I first got back to Fresno and came home.
Yeah, that's it, man. And I remember that, going out there a couple of times out there, just a small little gym to where it is now, one of the awesomest gyms that are around.
Yeah, it was a nice setup. It still is. It's a really nice setup. A lot of quality jiu-jitsu guys there. So I've been working with a bunch of amateur fighters and just working some here and there. I don't work with a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Kind of stick to myself on that. It's really cool to see a promotion out here. Close by. This is a beautiful, beautiful setup here. You guys, there's a river over here, and it's just a gorgeous place to have it.
It is, and that's what we're talking about. Just the opportunities. There can't be enough promotions, especially from all the feedback I'm getting from Jordan and the rest of the guys and fighters that have fought last time for him. There was a little bit. It was hard to produce a card because of some minor hiccups that had prior in his earlier days, but I think he kind of remedied that and put on a hell of a show and basically takes care of the products, man, people that take care of him. And
one thing I really like about Jordan is he's really focusing on the fighters and promoting the individual fighters, not necessarily the camps as a whole, but the fighters, and making them feel special. When I promoted a couple of shows, I did everything I could to go out of my way to make the fighter feel like he's a superstar. after the fight was over, I would interview the guys that lost.
Yeah.
Because I feel there's value in giving them an opportunity to learn how to talk in front of a crowd, how to split the sponsors out, so on and so forth. It's all about training to become a professional, and that's what amateur is.
Yeah, and that's it. It's setting the foundation. Hopefully someday they can make that transition, you know?
Yeah.
And then to learn it now, you know, all the responsibilities that come involved as far as, you know, making your weight, honoring your agreement. If there is a distraction or a hiccup, because people do get hurt, let them know ahead of time versus the day of, you know?
Well, I tell you, man, when I first started fighting, my first pro fight was an 8-man, one-night tournament, and this is in '99, and I ended up winning it. But there wasn't no amateur back then. There was nothing. You hop in there. I had a couple of like underground amateur-ish kind of fights, no insurance involved. One thing I can say about California, for as expensive as this jackass is out here, it is really nice that there's insurances in place, that the athletic commission's involved. So the fighters, if you get hurt, you automatically got a $20,000 insurance package ready to go for the amateur fighters. Pro fighters get $50,000.
Yeah.
Camo's done really good on adjusting the rules and trying to make it as safe as possible, but yet still have the brutality of an actual fight. Yeah. So I'd say that for it.
Yeah. And at the beginning when it all came about, it was kind of like, you know, up in the air. How long is this stuff going to keep going on? But it seems like every year they've implemented new things for all the safety of the fighters, which that's what we want anyway, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's goods and bads with anything, but I like the rule sets that they have in California. I like the amateur aspect for the fighters. You know, there's some kinks that could always be worked out, but it's what it is.
So tell us, how many fighters do you have tonight? I mean, who do you have out here?
I just have one fighter.
Oh wait, what's his name?
Josh the Piccolo, and he is fighting at 245 at the in the 265 weight class. And if there's badass is around here, I'll get him over here. Oh, he's outside right now. But yeah, he's heavy-handed. For his size, he's pretty dexterous. So, good fight. It's a fair fight. So we'll see how it washes out. I really feel we're going to win the fight. You know, something could go wrong, but.
Is this his first fight, or?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And, you know, we were talking about earlier about all these new up-and-comers trying the sport out for the first time. They're really loving it, and then the ability to have several promotions to go to. You know, not just one, two. You know, there's just a few promotions out there these guys can go to.
Yeah, and that's the problem with the Central Valley right now. Is you have one promotion that has tried to monopolize and does underhanded shit. The 559 guys, they put shows on, but you know, it's just they don't see the bigger picture that if promotions would help each other out a little bit and build a sport, we'd be a mecca here in Fresno County. A mecca, because it's a lot of people don't know, Fresno is the 39th largest city in the nation, the 5th largest city in California, and the first largest inland city in California. You know, we're in the top 5 choices for test markets in the nation.
Test
markets. So if McDonald's comes out with a mix something, we get it. So what that really means when you break that down is we have such diversity, social diversity, financial, just every aspect of it. You know, so there's money here, there's poverty, there's everything. It's a big market, and we can really grow the sport in a market like this if we would work together to build it. And you know, people get greedy and want to do their thing, and I get that because you're trying to make money, but I think there's more money to be made if everybody was to work together, cross-promote, build fighters up, keep them safe.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. I mean, you coming back from the early days when, you know, you were with a solid gym, everybody, you know, the loyalty and all that stuff. And then if you go and out train with another gym, then you're kind of shunned on, you know?
Yeah.
And through the years, we try to say, hey, in order to get to another level, you need to get out there and engage yourself with other people versus the same ones all the time. How do you know how good you are, you know? And it seems like the promotions are kind of like that too. I think if there's other promotions out there, you can kind of gauge your success or where you're at, where is your level. Not because you do it all the time, but what your standard is, you know? And I think Jordan's bringing that element because he has a day job. So he's doing it, and everything really goes back to the fighter. I mean, the way he's going to have it set up after this weigh-in, he's going to take care of him, he's going to feed him. Pre-fight, a party before the fight, after party, after fight, feed him again. I mean, stuff like that, man, you just don't hear about it. There's only one promotion, 17 years that I've been covering this stuff. I think Bellator did something with lunch meat, but Combatas does that on a regular basis, man. And I mean, I have never been to a promotion outside of a boxing promotion that actually took care of, like, the media feed you and the people and the fighters and stuff like that. So the standard he's setting right here, man, is pretty awesome.
Well, back in the day, we would fight up there in Jackson, California, and then up at Table Mountain under the Warrior Challenge banner. And we would come in for weigh-ins the night before to a local bar and eatery. We'd get fed, you do the weigh-ins, whatnot. And the next day you go up there, you do your fight. There'd normally be food. They'd have a bunch of stuff set out for the fighters. The fighters were really taken care of. You know, there's even an argument that those earlier shows were almost amateur level. You know, but still, it's just, it was really neat to see that and see something like this where the promoter's going, you know, I'm going to go the extra mile. I'm going to take care of the fighters, you know, and I think it's a smart move because you're dealing with competition that doesn't want to work with you. So if you're offering this, it makes the competition do one of two things, you know, either step their game up or not. And if they don't, then they're going to lose fighters to a promotion that's actually going to try to take care of people.
Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, being and doing this podcast for almost 3 years with Chris, and just being in the industry for about 20 years, I'm more and more pretty deep in the industry. I've noticed, you know, maybe you can touch on this, because we're close to a few pro fighters, so now pro fighters are topic. And you know, we have a few guys that are looking for fights and they're just having a hard time finding pro fights. Tachi's kind of canceled a few for their own reasons, and there's really nothing else. And then Combate Americas is coming to Fresno, and they're kind of reaching out to guys, but they're still not getting one. So we have a lot of guys here in the Valley, pro fighters, that aren't getting fights, man. I mean, gosh, what the hell's going on with that?
All right, so I could get in on this very political on this because it's something I feel really strong about and get annoyed with. I don't understand why Fresno isn't a mecca. So you look at San Jose that had Strikeforce, right? Strikeforce came up, did really good, got bought out by the UFC, so on and so forth. Why doesn't Fresno have a promotion that does that? What's going on out there at Tachi? Why is it impossible to get a fighter on a Tachi fight card? Oh, because you got to be on their inner circle of the managers, you know.
That happens a lot.
And so you got to give up your managerial rights to get a fighter onto a card, you know, in a lot of situations. And I'm not trying to just pick on Tachi. It just makes it hard. Promoter. The root word is promote. So to promote. That means you got to go out there. You got to promote the show and get tickets to it. Pro fight shows rely heavily on fighters selling tickets versus promoting. I'd get mad. I'd cussed out quite a few promoters over the years because they hit me up and said, "Hey, you know, we got a fight for you." That's all right. Cool. Who is it? All right, that works. How much? Well, we'll give you $1,000 and we'll give you like 20 tickets. Go fuck yourself. You know, it would be my automatic answer. You're gonna give me 20 tickets to sell and pay me that? Kiss my ass. No, you give me $5,000. You say Jason Livewire Bonfire fighting, UFC veteran, Ultimate Fighter veteran, Strikeforce veteran, WC veteran. You put that out there, people will show up. If I show up, people are going to show up as long as they know my name's there. So I need to get paid. Pay me. Don't give me tickets. That's an insult.
Wow, they've approached you that way before.
Oh yeah, I've chewed a few promoters out. So, and maybe it's not a good move on my part, but I mean, I just don't like being disrespected, and I find it very disrespectful. So, promoters need to focus on promoting the show. The basis of what promoting is promoting. You look at shows that came through here a few years back in 08, 09, Rumble in the Park. There was signs all over the place, and there's this big ass billboard with Casey Olson, local hero, on there. That thing sold out. They were turning people away at the gate.
I remember I was there.
Yeah, Rumble in the Park too. We did it as drizzling into the rain, but it was nearly a sell-off too because they got out there and promoted the show. You know, they paid the fighters well, and then promoted the show. They didn't lose money. They made a ton of money. The only reason why they didn't continue was because of the mayor and president.
Ashley, political stuff, man.
So,
but then they'll have a concert. Yeah.
To do another pro show or fight someone else.
If they had the money to actually promote it the way they need to advertise it, get the right fighters on, you know, and build it up that way. You can get 5,000 people to show up. You just got to get the right fighters, and you have to promote the fighter. You know, and not rely on the fighter to sell tickets. No, you're selling tickets. At the amateur level, you need the fighters selling tickets because they don't have names. They don't have a draw.
Start building their fan base and stuff.
Yeah, and you're only as you can be the best fighter in California. You can, hands down. But if you can only bring 10 people to the fight, you're worthless to a promoter.
Yeah, that's true.
So I get that. And that's why I push my guys. It's not about making money. It's about showing how big of a fan base you have. The bigger the fan base you have, you bring 100 people to your show. Then it's easier when you go pro to book good opponents, better money, you know, and so on and so forth.
So the fighters nowadays have to even help themselves by marketing themselves so that they can sell more tickets, so that they can be more of an incentive for promoters to grab in.
Well, yeah, because basically they pay for something. They show that they can pay for themselves.
Right.
You know, and I explain this to a lot of fighters and managers and stuff. Okay, so whenever you have an event, you have two things that are involved every time. You have a promoter and you have entertainment. Jordan here is the promoter. 559, Jeremy Luchel is the promoter. You have to have a promoter. And then you have to have entertainment. In our case, it's fighters. Yeah. Right? Manager is the one that works between them to balance it out. You want the promoter to make money. We want 559 to make money because we need to have fight shows. We want Jordan to make money because we need to have fight shows. You know, but the promoter needs to also be able to promote himself while doing that. The fighter needs to move tickets to show value, to move up the card, you know, as they're winning and different things. Because if you can be the worst fighter on the planet, but if you're moving to 50 to 100 tickets, every show's going to want you. You know, we've seen guys like that over the years out there touching. So, you know, it's a balancing act. The manager has to work to get the best possible fight, but understand that the promotion has to make money. If they don't make money, it's kind of like the bar we're in. You know, if the bar's not making money, the lights go off, people are out of jobs. So the bar needs bartenders pushing alcohol. The owner needs to understand that the bartenders have to make money via tips. It's a balancing act, but the bartenders can't give everything away to make as much money as they can. It has to be a balance where they're making a fair share, but the bar's making more because the lights have to stay on for them to have jobs. Promoting, fighting, you know, promoting, exact same thing.
Yeah,
it's a simple equation.
So, Mr. Jocelyn, Alex Jocelyn.
Yeah.
And Jason knows him. He's a good friend.
Yeah, he's coming back with. We were talking to him like 3 months ago. He was on our podcast, maybe 2 months ago, and he's talking about some great things he's doing up in Northern California. He's had some contracts with a couple casinos, so he has like about 6 pro fights coming up in Northern California. Which is awesome, and like we asked him, why don't you come to Fresno and do that? The market, it's just different.
He does not like Fresno because he did a show at the Clovis Rodeo Grounds and got buried on it. A lot of people didn't turn out, and I'm not going to go into detail because him and I see different views on it. It really hurt his promotion really bad, and Al doesn't see value in the Fresno market. You know, whereas he did pretty decent down in the South Valley market, and he does really great with matchmaking and stuff for other promotions. And now he's focusing on those locations up north.
Yeah.
And he's going to do great there.
It sounds like he's
great
doing
business.
awesome.
Yeah, he knows what it takes. I mean, he saturated, actually, the guy went and saturated his retirement, man, to prove that he could put on a good show. And we know that, but unfortunately, there's a lot of negativity, like Jason was talking about earlier, that hurt it. It wasn't his part, it was the clash to get fighters to get on that card.
Yeah, it makes it hard, and that was a really great matchmaker, and I really feel that, you know, people don't realize how good of a matchmaker he is. He's smart on how he goes about it. He gets great fights put together. You know, with the resources he has available as a matchmaker, you got so much money to put a card together. He puts great fights together. He's one of the better matchmakers.
Jason fought on one of his cards down there. Actually, he fought Steve Ramirez.
I fought on several of his cards.
Yeah, well, I mean, down there, I know, like in Tulare.
Yeah.
But,
you know, so
I just kind of feel bad for our fighters, pro fighters. These guys can't find a freaking fight, man. He can't. Maybe they could. I don't know what the issue is, because they're out there with different promoters, and then as they get there, and they put their name on the list, okay, yeah, let me find a fight, and they don't get fights for them. They don't get a fight found for them for whatever strange reason, but gosh darn it, you know, it's kind of like, I feel frustrated for them.
Well, I got a buddy of mine, Sinatra Poole. He's from Chicago. He moved out here 6 months ago. Came through the gym. We clicked. He's a little older. You know, he's in his late 30s, and he's out here training and stuff. And he just can't get a fight out here. So we're flying back east. I'm going to corner him in Chicago a couple weekends from now. You know, and it's just a lack of the fighter market for pro. It's very expensive to throw a pro show. So a show like this with Camo runs about $9,000 to $11,000 just to have the show, and this is an amateur show, so you're not paying the fighters, right? So you figure that if you're selling tickets an average of $40, well, it's actually $30 a ticket, right? 300 tickets is 9,000, so you're gonna need probably 500 tickets sold to make 15K. Minus your costs and different things, just to hit a break even on it. Now, if you got sponsors in place to help you pay for it, that offsets it. I mean, that's one thing 559 is amazing. Is their shows are pretty much paid for before those gates open. And
Yeah, that's what Chris's deal is.
they're brilliant.
Paid before the gates open.
Yeah, they're brilliant about that, and I got a lot of respect for them in that aspect. So the problem with California is the amateur scene is so much cheaper to do a show. So if you do a pro show, right, you're out $10,000, $10,000 to $12,000. Then you turn around and you got to pay the fighters. So if you're paying $10,000 worth of purses, which a lot of shows want to keep it really limited, because it's just out-of-pocket costs. So it's hard to turn a pro show over into a win where you're making money. And you don't want to make $500. I mean, if you're spending 3 months setting up a show, you need to make a few $1,000, because when I promote, and I'm putting 40 hours a week into shows. You know, I mean, a lot goes into it.
You've had a show before, right?
Yeah, I've done a few shows.
Fairgrounds,
Yeah.
I remember that. Gary Guadalajara was out there helping you.
Yes.
Yeah, Gary was away.
I love Gary. He's such a great guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, big heart. So, you know, it's hard to do that and turn a profit. And it's easier to throw these amateur shows unless you're in a place like a tribal where they have a casino, and they're willing to lose a little bit of money to pick up the residuals off the machines and such. So that's kind of how it bounces out. So again, it makes it really hard, and the fighters got to understand, if you want a pro show, you got to be able to move some tickets at that lower pro level. And then the promoter needs to spend a little bit of money on getting guys that have a name. You know, when I towards the backside, when I moved to Fresno, it's easy for me to move 100 tickets. And I didn't even try. Yeah, I'm not going out how you in town. Well, no, I'm from Fresno originally, so I transplanted back from San Luis Obispo back out here. moving 100 tickets, as long as Al promoted me, another 500,000 people showed up to the show just to watch me. And it really sucked. One time I showed up and I was injured and I wasn't going to be able to fight. And this guy comes up, yeah, we're excited to see you. I said, bro, I'm sorry, I can't fight. He goes, you're the only reason we came. And that's when I quit backing out of headlining events when I was injured, you know, because it just, that broke my heart.
That's great. It's really neat to see you, old school guys out there coaching, giving back. Because there's a lot of veterans, in the industry that are getting back. But then there's a lot of veterans that still, for whatever part of the reason of the industry, they kind of shine away and they're not getting back so much. But it's good to see, guys like you and just us in general.
Well, you got to look at it kind of in terms like this. I'm a Gen 1, Gen 2 guy, somewhere in the middle of there. You got the old school guys from the original UFCs, or Gen 1 guys, the pancreas guys. It's pretty much Gen 2. We work at bedside to get the UFC up the ground, to get in the ring, fighting for no money at the Cable Mountain at these small promotions, $300, $500 and no insurances and stuff. To get things regulated, the UFC did an amazing job. Dana White and his crew came in to work with the athletic commission to get it legitimate, and get the sport moving in a forward direction. So, I want to see the local level stuff fall apart that I grew up with. So we got to work hard to keep that going. We got to call people out on stuff that are doing it wrong, and we need to compliment the people that are doing it right. And then we need to look at it as a whole and say, what can we do to work together to build a market? Versus trying to crush a market and make money while we can and get money.
As long as all fighters are here, then we can take care of everything. But
if
you guys are late,
if you built a strong amateur scene,
okay, so
and
I'm going to turn it over to
those
George
guys
real quick, and then I'll tell you what we need for the
moving
cattle part.
tickets,
And then after
it's
that,
not really hard for a promotion to be able to put thousand people in the chairs.
Everyone, I'd like to thank
you
everyone
got
for making it out today.
30 fighters that are
Fighters
selling
and
50 tickets
coaches,
each.
I appreciate the
Or
hard
50
work,
people are going to show up
dedication,
to
the
watch it.
commitment you have held. Very much appreciated. Honor that very much. This is the Wake House. This is our second show here. Glad you guys can make it. Really, California.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I'll get out of your hair.
Show
I can
starts
yap
at
all day.
6 tonight.
Thank you so much.
All right, Jay, appreciate it, brother. Good seeing you, man. Take care of yourself.
You guys have any questions about anything?
Yeah, because I'm kidney failure, dude. Oh, no. Yeah, I started dialysis. This is my 4th year. So I'm strong enough now where I want to go ahead and get that voice out there and reach those people that aren't as beneficial as I am. I'm stage 5. I only got 6% function. My goodness. I shouldn't be here, but that's another thing. But I am my will, and we're going to make it happen, brother. So by that way,
what kind of tournament is this?
It's a jiu-jitsu tournament. And there's also going to be a special class for women, just women. And then aside from the men and the kids and all that too. And then all that will go to people that, when they get a life-changing experience like what I occurred, I was I worked for the Corners office for over 25 years, and then I had my reserve, but there's people out there that don't. So we want to offset costs, put a reserve to help those type of people.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Either call me or Facebook me one day with the information, and I'll let the Halo guys know.
Yeah.
See what we're going to help you guys out.
Sounds good.
This needs to be filled out front and back.
Yeah, it's gonna be at Selma, Lincoln Junior High School in Selma on the 15th, like that. So that'll be cool.
So I'm going to get out of here, but I'm thinking second round knockout, Josh.
Okay, right on. You heard it here tonight. All right, brother. God bless you, man. Take care of yourself.
As long as it's valid and not expired, then you'll see my awesome senior inspector over there.
All right, you guys, you're here at MMA Fight Pass. We're at location at the official weigh-ins, the Wake House for the Valley Fight Series tonight. We're going to take a little break. They're going to be doing the official weigh-ins as we speak, so we're going to take a little time out and let you guys enjoy it live here at MMA Fight Pass.
Yep, that's right, guys. We're going to stay live. Enjoy the wins.
Since Mother's Day is close, fill out this card right here, okay, if you value your life. And then also,
That's pretty cool to
make
get
sure
one of
up
the pioneers.
Here, fill out
Jason
your
Von
experience,
Flew,
okay?
and
Just don't
I mean, a lot of people hear that name with Joe Rogan on the UFC commentary about someone getting a blunt free choke. Well, that was the guy, people, that they're talking about.
Mr. Jason.
Okay? If you value your life. As long as that's filled out front and back completely, okay? Turn that into her. If your corpsmen are not here fighters, simply give her the names, and then that way when they show up to the venue, it'll make the check-in process a lot easier and a lot smoother because all corpsmen will be checking in. It's
11:05.
And then all
I can get out
fighters,
of
when
my
you return back to the venue,
Yeah, we'll wrap it up at 11:30.
you'll be checking in with me. Okay? So once we have all this done, we'll start the official weigh-ins. Like I said, if you want to pre-weigh yourself in, make sure you're good to go, then that'll make the issues and the job a lot easier. Okay? Are there any questions or concerns? All right, so let's go ahead. Oh, you sure, Mr. Bonflew? All right, so all corpsmen, please line up with Yvette, and then all fighters can line up over here with me. Thank you.
See if I can get my buddy James on here. Where's James?
Whoa, did you hear that guy? Did you hear that guy?
Which one?
Somebody behind him, the guy goes, you have to go over there and talk to a vet. And the guy goes, who's a vet? What's that lady? That black lady.
Fighters over here.
Just that lady, she's the only one over there. That sucked, right?
Yeah.
That lady. Like, dang.
That's crazy.
People are thick, man, right up, brother. I thought they already did all that.
Well, usually at 10 o'clock, they just have everybody show up, and then at about
Start
about 11 o'clock this time, people start weighing in.
filling their things out.
I gotta get James on here. Where's James before we get out?
Is he here?
Yeah, my buddy James.
Oh,
I'm gonna go catch him real
the
quick.
Res Dog? I'm sure Res Dog. Sorry, guys.
All right, I don't see my buddy James. So tonight's Bellator, Chris. What do you think, Patricky or Chandler?
For how many times have these guys fought? That's like every month.
Trilogy or
No, I think something. It's probably like a fifth time. It seems like.
Yeah.
Maybe probably not. But I mean, it seems like they fight. It's like Bella. Don't they have anybody else at that weight? They just clean. These two guys just clean house.
Yeah,
You know, because they do bring in these new prospects guys, but then they just clean house.
Aaron Pico was supposed to be an up-and-comer for Patricky Pitbull, but I don't know how soon that'll happen. Not
I
anytime
don't know,
soon.
man. But that guy is very durable. Takes a lot of punches, but comes back and stops the show.
So Patricky?
Patricky, yeah.
Yeah.
He does. It seems like that's when he performs best, when his back's against the wall. He takes some punishment and comes back and just stops the fight.
I know, that's who else is that? Anybody else on that? I mean, there's a lot of fighters on that card, but that stands out for the Bellator. I don't recall.
I believe it's they're finishing they're finally coming down to the next match on that tournament.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Who was that? I have to look that up. Sorry.
All right.
Let's see. But this place is hopping, that's for sure, man. You got a lot of people ready to fight.
A lot of people ready to fight.
Don't piss anybody off.
People ready to eat.
Don't piss anybody off. Especially those hungry guys. Sir. Yeah. this is exciting. You know, I think we need to do this more often. Have a podcast like during weigh-ins for the local fighters.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's in our backyard. Kind of brings the people out there in the community a little bit closer.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it'll get them off their seats and say, let's go check that out tonight.
Yeah, no, that's
this way it helps out the promotion, and reality it helps us all out, get the word out there.
Yeah. Last minute word, and you know, it's really exciting. The sport needs to have podcasts, people like us, you know, keep promoting the sport so that it can keep growing, because this is an amazing outlet, man. I mean, for not only for the youngsters, but I call this this MMA sport, and in particular jiu-jitsu, like an old man sport. You know, it just keeps us older guys doing stuff. You know, there was an article for jiu-jitsu players in general, as everyone goes through high school, elementary, junior high, high school, and throughout that time we're exercising. We have programs.
Yeah.
After high school, some of us go to college and do a sport in college. But what happens after that for most adults? They stop really being in any kind of sport or activity with a group. Well, with jiu-jitsu, now you have another environment for older folks to come out and train. The athletes that used to like to train, and can, you know, this jiu-jitsu sport is just an amazing thing for everybody. You know, I mean, it just brings back the ability to go out and train and be competitive like you once were in junior high and high school and college.
Oh, it is. I mean, you see every day, well, not every day, but at least once a week, you see an article in there where there was a guy, he's just turned 9 years old, just received his brown belt. No, in jiu-jitsu. Yeah.
Okay, is that one 90? Oh, 90. I think you said 9.
No, 90.
Okay, 90, I believe.
90.
That's awesome.
So right
that's
there, it shows you. Yeah, it shows you right there. You're never too old, man. So, I mean, it's good. It's just, it's time well used, where your body actually, it's beneficial to it. And then actually the brother and sisterhood that you get into as far as like in a network, you know, is a community very supportive in things that they do. So it's a good thing. You know, some people have a love for cars, some people have a love for whatever other sports things, and this is no different.
Right, absolutely. You know, I want to go find the coach from Valley Fight Series, the Valley Fight Club. Is that like a newer club in Hanford? Has been around for a while.
No, Valley Fight Club's been, it opened months, or actually I'll say the same year that the UFC had the Ultimate Fighter. I know because I went to the grand opening there. So the same first class of the Ultimate Fighter, when it graduated, Dwayne Zeke and...
Hey bro, can you bring your coach? We're going to get your coach on camera. Is he nearby? Thanks. But go ahead, Valley Fight.
Yeah, it basically came, it opened up, and they had their grand opening with Dwayne Zekin's manage, Forrest Griffin, Mike Swick, Josh Koscheck, you name them. The guys that were on the Ultimate Fighter, the key people out there were all there. Wow. You know, not to mention the locals. I mean, he had the Tachi Kid, Poppies Martinez, you know, Mickey D. Martinez, and all the locals too to help.
Excuse me, bro. So, wow, that's crazy. I mean, it's an OG gym.
Oh yeah. And it was basically designed. Originally it was a Bill Tire shop. They bought it. D. Womack bought it. He was a realtor and developed that thing into a gym. And a lot of people have entertained that gym. Boxers as well. You know, local boxers as well. I mean, they have a cage. They have a full mat area. They have a boxing ring. They also, you know, they have, I believe, karate, taekwondo. Tosh Cook, I think, is the head, which is Gracie Jiu-Jitsu out of Fresno. Himself and his wife, Brittany, are instructors there on off days.
Really?
For the Jiu-Jitsu
Valley Fight Club.
Yeah,
shit. That's cool. That's really neat. Yeah, Hanford, is that the only main jiu-jitsu MMA club they have?
Yeah, they have, you know, athletic facilities, gym, I think VA or something like down the street from there on 7th Avenue, but they're located on 7th and 10th, right on the corner. Valley Fight Club.
I think I've seen it before.
So you go there. It's a nice place. It's very deceiving. When you go inside there, you go, whoa, man, this thing is like a hidden jewel.
It stands out, it blows up.
That's good.
Where's my buddy? Oh, there he is. I'm gonna go get him real quick. We only got about 10 minutes. All right, guys. We got our good buddy James Dalcin here. James is a veteran of the sport. James has trained jiu-jitsu, MMA, I don't know, up 10 years. James just recently moved to Southern California, man. He was here from the Valley, always from the Valley, he's still from the Valley.
Born and raised, Fresno.
And so he left us for a little bit, but guess what? He didn't leave MMA. That dude is kicking ass. Hey, James, tell us a little bit about, I know there's, things don't always work out in the fight game. Sometimes things do work out, but what brought you here? What's going on here? And tell us a little bit, James, what's going on with you?
I came here today to whoop some ass and collect the belt, but my opponent fell out. Something happened. He got I don't know. I'm really upset right now, but he didn't make weight. So I guess he went to the hospital and they rehydrated him. And I'm putting all this fucking business out there because this is your 8th fight and you should know it better by now.
Oh my God, yeah, 8 fights.
Yeah, I drove up here with a fucking baby in my hand, and I still make weight. You know what I'm saying?
You're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fight right now. Just fucking outside.
Hey, Chris, let's go find somebody.
Boxing, grappling, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll fight anything. I fucking kung fu, nah. But it's just very, very, very irritating that I put in a lot of work, and I know it's still an amateur fight, but I plan on going pro. And I like to fight. I like the way it feels. I have no nerves. I get no jitterness. I just like fucking hitting people in the face.
They took this opportunity away from you. The dude didn't make weight, or he's not here, whatever, right?
Nah, I don't know. He won't answer his phone. He won't fucking call, collect, whatever.
What was your opponent's name? Let's let everybody know.
I don't even know. I can't even. Jared Velasquez or some shit like that.
Is he local?
He's from Fresno, Heartbeat Boxing or whatever. But I understand, if you're hurt and you're sick, that's okay, I get it. But when they give you your fucking IV, you're 100%, right? They're ready to go, so he should be 194, 195. Let's go, that's 10 pounds. I'm not tripping on 10 pounds.
You still fight him even if he's a little heavy?
And I fucking been fighting my whole life in the alleys and shit.
You don't ask people how much they weigh.
My coach said I could fight 10 pounds heavier. He says that's it. The commission said they'll give me 10 pounds heavier. That's it. So it's 10 pounds. They offered me a fight with AJ. He's 213. Then my coaches will not let me fight AJ, and the commissions will not let me fight AJ. So I can't fight him. So there's no. I would love to. It would be a great fight. A 25-pound difference, and it would be. I promise you, it would be fucking fun of the night. Because I am not boring. I look cool, I act cool, and I fucking am cool.
No, you put out some exciting fights, but I've seen you fight before in the cage.
Yeah. I don't fucking hug people.
You're there for business.
Yeah.
You didn't get up. So you talked a little bit about pro, man. Tell us some of those aspirations, dreams, or goals that you have about pro.
Honestly, I'm trying to get in the mix, and I'm working my way in LA. I'm meeting a lot of people, knowing a lot of people, knowing a lot of promotions. I mean, me and you've been to LA. We've been to Chelsea, Wonderlay. We've been everywhere already together. And it's my long-term goal is to reach my girl's dream, which is my daughter Jaylene, aka Jay Queen.
This guy has an awesome family. Tell us, keep going, man. Keep going. That's some beautiful stories with his daughter.
I do got the greatest kids ever, actually. But no, she'll be here shortly. She's probably really bummed out right now hearing the news. But
we're all bummed. You just told me.
I'm done. I fucking cried. Shit, you know what I mean?
You wanted to fight?
Yeah, I wanted to fight.
But your daughter Jaylene, how they doing, man?
She's doing great. She's just like knocking girls out. She's fighting. She's got 6 years of jiu-jitsu, 6.5 years of jiu-jitsu. She's been training Muay Thai. Her boxing coaches took Cliff, Brandon, Jay, they took a lot of toll to her. And she spars 18, 19-year-olds. She's badass, man. Pull up some clips of her and you'll see her stopping people, stopping women. And so she's been everywhere too, backstage, Bellator, backstage, Kambata, UFC training center in Vegas. She's been Mo, Marion Mo, Chelsea, all the fucking big people she's known and she's met and they already know her and they really, really, really like her.
Yeah, she has some, you should be his daughter, man.
That's awesome.
Perfect body, tall, lanky.
She's better than me.
Striking skills like crazy. I mean, she's like an up and comer, man. Hopefully,
she's 13 and a half now, and we actually, when we spar in the gym, when we bring girls in, girls come in from Bakersfield. LA's big, but we're in Tarzana, California.
Oh, okay. So
around there is Northridge, Woodland Hills, Calabasas, all those little cities around there, Hollywood, and they all come in. And even from Bakersfield, they come in to fight, to spar. They come to our gym on Sundays to spar. And there's a lot of times where my coaches, we cannot tell. Jaylene looks 17 years old, and we don't say, hey, this is a minor. We just be like, how much? We got a girl for you, we got a girl for you. And Jaylene will just fucking put it on them. And then later on, because if we tell them she's that young, then most of the time they don't spar with her or they don't go as hard with her. So we stop telling them, and then they find out later, and then they really, really, really respect her. She has like lots of followers and all kinds of shit. So that's my goal. That's my dream. My daughter set a goal. At 3 years old, I knew I wanted to be a millionaire. I knew I was fucking infatuated away with women. You know what I mean? That's what it was. It's never changed. I fucking want money. My daughter, as a little girl, wanted to be famous. She wants to be rich. She wants to be known. She wants to be a fighter. So when she told me that at 5 years old, I really believed her. And I can't do math right now, but 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 8.5 years later, she's still pushing for that. She's still pushing for what she wanted, and she's training every day in the gym. It's like a job for her.
I see her, man. I mean, online, it's just like, the times that I do see her in person, she's just a specimen. She's a specimen, man.
Yeah, what does that mean?
That means she's like toned, tough, just a good specimen. I mean, just a good product. I mean, she's a human being.
Yeah.
But you're doing the right things, man. You're leading her in the right direction.
It's like walking to a boxing gym. You know me. We trained jiu-jitsu 5 years. 5 years before I put on a pair of boxing gloves. And we walked into a boxing, Garza from fucking Visalia, Garza Boxing told me we were living. He's like, go to Alabama Boxing. Right? Yeah. And then I actually walked into the wrong gym, and I was like, oh fuck, my bad. But I went to Alabama Boxing, and I said a friend recommended us to come here, and I was there 2 weeks. I just came out of surgery. And then when I decided, like, fuck, I want to punch somebody too. And then that's how I started boxing. And then Jaylene was getting so good, so fast. To help her, I'm going to take some boxing fights to motivate her.
How many boxing fights have you? You had a couple boxing matches?
I've only had 3. And I won 2 of them. You see, I fought at 185 with the middleweight. And then when I came in to fight the next time, I fought the Golden Gloves. And so when I fought the Golden Gloves, you had to be 178. So I was 180, and I didn't really like the way I felt because it's amateur. You got to weigh in and then fight. So at pros, 170 is going to be absolutely no problem for me. You know what I mean? Still quiet, drinking beer, and make 170. No big deal. But IPA and shit. So I ended up taking the fights at heavyweight, which I fought. Those heavyweights were 194 and 197. So I fought him back to back, and I beat one of them, gave him an 8 standing count, and then the second guy, I beat the fuck out of him, but somehow they raised his hand. I think the first round he got me so good was like a 10-8 or some shit, I don't know. But the second round, I put it on him, busted the shit, and then the third round, I thought they stopped the fight. The referee gave him an 8 count. He was holding on to the ropes, and he couldn't stand up, and I was just all rowdy and crazy, but he fucking, they raised his hand. I don't know, maybe the judges didn't like me or some shit. I cussed too much, probably, but whatever. I don't know, I'm looking around all these guys here, man. I want to fight one of them. Somebody 185 or something, or 195.
Yeah, put up a card looking for a fight.
I know. Or the 559 85 champ, or the fucking 209 beatdown champ.
Are you calling them out right now? Is that what I hear you doing?
No, I'm just, yeah, if they ain't doing shit and they feel like fighting today, we can fight today. Because the point about calling somebody out is saying that we'll fight because I'm probably gonna fight next week if I don't. I'm telling you, I'm ready to go. I'm on my way. So let's just say I said, hey, you know, and they had an event 3 weeks from now, but I may fight in there. I don't wait. I'll take them. In LA, there's fights all the time. I'm just saying, if somebody ain't doing shit today and they want to fight me right now, wait between 185 and 195. You're down. Or even 180. I don't care.
Yeah.
We can fight right now. How much do you weigh? How much do you weigh?
Too much.
Too much?
I'm a kidney patient, man. I'm dying.
I'll give you some of mine.
Hey, right on. It's
fucking-
a deal.
Hey, so talking about kidney patients, we're having a tournament in Selma. We're having a jiu-jitsu tournament. It's called Kidney Awareness, or Chris from Keel Kidney Awareness Hope for Life Jiu-Jitsu Tournament.
Oh, yeah?
And then, in addition to that, we're hooking up with Zeal Jiu-Jitsu. So we're gonna have like a women's category.
Oh, Zeal Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah. So you know, we're kind of promoting that. I mean, I'll shoot you some information. Also, maybe you can.
It's for kids. What did you just give us?
At all ages, kids, adults, all belts. I mean, I know you're far away, but you still have a lot of context. I'll shoot you some information.
Yeah.
You can tell people about.
Let me know,
and
for
if you're
sure.
here in the weekend, because I know you visit the valley.
Yeah, I like to come over here.
Visit some friends.
It's fun over here.
So yeah, I'll shoot you some information. June 15th, Selma Junior High, Chris from Keel, Kidney Awareness.
Come out and support. Kidney Awareness.
Sports group.
What day is it? June 15th.
June 15th. Oh wait, June 15th. That's a fight in Stockton that I might go to because 209 Beatdown asked me to fight their guy on June 15th, and I said I'm devoted. I'm gonna fight here first. If I come out and everything's good, I'll go fight on your card June 15th. So I mean, if I don't get a fight today, maybe I can go fight over there on June 15th.
Fight Nice got something coming up.
The 18th. The 18th, yeah. Actually, it's next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what's up.
Rainbow Ballroom.
It depends. I don't know. We sold over 100 tickets for this event. Wow. You know, and I gotta probably refund a lot of people. I don't think amateurs really do it like that. You know.
You know, Jason Blue was here earlier. He was talking about one of his fights. He sold a ton of tickets. He got injured. And you know, the people, right? What do you tell the people that come to see you?
Yeah, I don't know. But if it all works out, if I don't get a boxing fight, because my boxing fight, Coach Cliff, he told me like, hey, if you don't get this fight, I'm gonna try to set up a boxing fight for you in Pasadena on the 18th. And I had told him okay today over the phone like an hour ago. But if that doesn't pan out, man, I'll come to the fucking ballroom and I'll steal the show, no problem. No problem.
Yeah, because actually, we're on that. We're sponsors of that show.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, for 10 fights this year. MMA Fight Pass, we're on the mat. So, and actually, Jeremy's going to be on our show Wednesday, right?
Yeah, we have Jeremy and his crew, few fighters.
Yeah, give me a call. Let me know. I will see what's up by then. Because my coach will put my name in to box.
He's listening to the show right now.
Oh yeah? That's what's up. What up,
There you
Jeremy?
go. There you go. Tell him, hey.
Oh shit, I'm getting a message. Yeah.
Don't be surprised. Watch.
Yeah,
I
nah.
mean, you know, I'll ask Jeremy also. I mean, if you're interested for sure, you know. We got about.
Hey, let me bring my coach over here and say what's up. Sven.
Real quick.
Sven. Come here.
Stand right next to us. What's up, sir? Sit over. Next to the guy.
You're live on the podcast, MMA Fight Pass.
And this is my coach Sven. He's a bad motherfucker, a Green Beret in real life, a white Rambo. Say what's up, man.
All right, man. They appreciate you on the show, man. Talk to us a little about it. I know there was a hiccup today. Unfortunately, you know, it happens. But you guys produced a lot of tickets sold out there. A lot of people coming, you know, for support and stuff like that. I mean, that's kind of like a big setback, just emotionally, you know, because your guy is geared to do some work. We're just talking about a possibility of something coming up again soon, maybe even next week, you know, so you can get back out there and get after it, you know? Yeah. So, I mean, you guys, you know, day in, day out. I mean, then at this level, being an amateur, I mean, there's things that help to offset cost. I mean, you have people that I'm sure that probably help support, you know, like that too. So, you know, at all levels, really, you know, nothing is for free. So it all takes time, it all takes effort, dedication to get to this level and basically produce as good as he does. So,
well, that's pretty much what he produced. I didn't come out of his balls or nothing, but he produced me as a fighter. He's the one training me MMA, and that's what you're doing. Tell him what you do.
Yeah, I don't know, we've been working together about 6 weeks for this camp. Just focusing, he already has great skill set in jiu-jitsu and boxing, so we're just trying to expand his leg game a little bit, kicking, and then adding some wrestling in, working on that ground and pound, because when he gets to the ground, JD can submit anyway. About the night, world, just a killer on the floor, and his hands are really crispy, he's holding the gloves a few months back, and performing really well there, so it's like, you can fight anywhere, you know, it's just adding little pieces, and it's been real fun.
And I feel like ever since I've been with Sven, I mean, everything about me, like my mind, the way I feel, like the injuries, the recovery, you know, I never took time off. I never paid attention to, like, hey, you know, when this is fucking throbbing on you, that means stop. Like, I was just like, it's cool, you know what I mean? Yeah. A little bit of Bengay or some shit.
Well, that's what makes him a great fighter, right?
But I've learned a lot. And hey, Tony! Can I have one of those? Let me wear it. I'm not a fighter no more.
Oh, it's back there.
Oh, okay. You won't give me a pass? Media? But, no. I've just been all around. Like, the dieting has been better. My recovery has been better. My mind, my state of mind, everything has been better ever since I got with Coach Sven. And
good deal.
And I just want to keep improving. And I mean, to the point to, you know, basic stuff that I wasn't even fucking doing, like stretching. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
it all helps out, man. Everything
hydrating and doing things the right way. And then, you know, I can kick over 6 feet high now, you know, with a front tee, with a mini back kick, with everything. Stuff that I was like, that I had in the toolbox that I was never bringing out, you know? And then within 6 weeks, you know, he would kick my shin and I would be like, fuck that, let's, you know, that shit hurt. Now I'm fucking Van Damme. I kick a palm tree. You know what I'm saying? Now, right? I mean, now I'm like, I don't even want to wear shins. I don't really want to. Oh, 2 minutes? All right. Thank you, Sven.
We want to go ahead and, you know, let you take the opportunity to shout out those people that support you. And then, because a lot of people follow us, we want to go ahead and get that word out. Those that might even be watching us on Facebook right now, and let them know basically.
Pretty much, shout out to you, thank you. Shout out to MMA Fight Pass, that's you too.
Yep, that's us.
He's a producer.
You're part of MMA Fight Pass.
Yeah, I am. I was actually
He's our Southern California's connection. For
there you go, hell yeah.
I was actually the original. I did the very first interview with the fighters. I did.
Right on.
Henry Corrales. Remember that shit? Henry
Corrales. We need to let you do that again, man.
Yeah. He's Henry's cousin. Their cousin.
Yeah, my fucking cousin. To my coach Sven, you know, he's really done a lot for me. He's taught me a lot of stuff, and like I said, stuff that I already probably knew, but he put it together. And then, so I want to give a shout out to my coach Sven. I want to give a shout out to Outlaw Boxing. They teach me how to knock people out, and my coach Cliff has done a whole lot for me. So I really appreciate my trainers, my coaches, and everybody that supports me and that follows me. Thank you very much. Sorry I'm not fighting today, but I will fight soon. All right.
And just in closing, I just want to say thanks to everyone out there.
She didn't give me a media pass.
At June 15th, don't forget. Fight Chris Ronquillo, Kimmy Awareness, Roll for Life, Jiu-Jitsu tournament. It's going to be a badass tournament, local tournament for all ages, kids, adults, June 15th in Selma. We have some great events going on today, my gosh, locally, Reedley, California, Wake House. Internationally, you got the UFC, Bellator.
Well, I guess I had to get to watch that tonight too.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll come back tonight. I'll be here. Maybe you can be cage side with me if you're
I'll go
around.
with you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. If you don't
If they
get
don't find me a fight, within 15 pounds,
Be cage side somewhere.
I'll go wear a jacket. To be heavier.
and then you can do some interviews. There you go.
Yeah, no, for sure. So that's all I got. And in closing, Chris, you can wrap it up. But we'll be back also next week, Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday we're gonna have.
Let me put my baby online real quick.
All right, Martin Gomez, Jonathan Kircher.
This is my newest addition to the family.
There you go.
Look at that. Look at that. Very nice. Jane, I don't listen to nobody. I bring my kids everywhere with me. I don't care.
Right on, man.
See? Jane?
God bless her. Say hi to the world, baby.
Say hi, Jane.
Say hi to the world.
Hey,
She probably wants tit or something.
Cali Fights is taking your picture. This be all over Facebook.
Are you smiling? She ain't smiling right now. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for having me.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Stay focused, my friend. Things will get better. All right, man. We're gonna go ahead and call it a wrap for this day. MMA Fight Pass. Big shout out to the Wake House for playing host. Come on out tonight, man. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. Valley Fight Series has their cages touched the ground out here.
Yeah, let's get Valley Fight Club just showed up 2 minutes.
Dude, come on, we gotta get. Okay,
2 minutes. We were just to kind of introduce them. Bring him on. Bring him. So we were about to close the show. We wanted to get the coach from Valley Fight Club. We have about 2 minutes left. But again, we just wanted to get you online because you're bringing up some fighters. A couple of your fighters were on our podcast last week.
Yes.
You're doing some support for us, and we want to support you guys. So just give us your name and what what fighters you have here today, and tell us a little bit about Valley Fight Club real quick.
Alrighty, my name is Diamond Templeton. I'm the head boxing coach of Valley Fight Club. We've got 4 guys fighting tonight for Valley Fight Club. We got Marcus Levins, who's making his MMA debut. We have Ryan Ballin. We have Sterling Ingram, who fought on the last VFS promotion here. And then we have Denzel Rosa. And all of our guys are ready. We're all on weight. They've all been training hard.
Nice.
And, we're looking forward to this one, man. We're looking forward to it.
Ready and on weight is key. That means you guys are doing your job as coaches.
These guys have been on weight. Yeah, it's been hasn't been really tough or anything. Just let them know what to do. It's easy when you have guys that listen. They're really about the fight life. So whenever you tell them anything that's going to help them, they stick with it and they go with it. And all our guys are on weight. We're all here. We're all ready.
So tell us a little bit about your gym real quick, like the head coach, and how long you guys been there real quick.
I believe Valley Fight Club's been open 13 years now. I believe. I've been the head boxing coach there for 2 years now. I started fighting there when I was 18. So we have D.
So you're an OG from the gym also?
Yeah, I've been there a while. We have D. Womack who owns it, Bailey Womack, or Bailey Silvera who owns it. And, they're the ones putting everything in motion for our guys to fight. They do whatever it takes. Anytime we have fights coming up, Bailey handles it, D handles it, and our fighters really don't have to worry about anything but training, making weight, showing up, and having fun.
Nice, yeah. I was talking to Chris about that Fight Club earlier, and we were out there we're about to have a tournament, the Chris Ronquillo Kidney Awareness Jiu-Jitsu tournament, Roll for Life, and then you guys showed some support for that. Just want to say thanks, and hopefully you can see some of your guys out there at their tournament.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of guys getting really interested in Jiu-Jitsu tournaments also. So
yeah, and you know what? That's real key. You said you have a lot of guys interested in Jiu-Jitsu. So many clubs around the valley, but they have nowhere to go for tournaments besides LA, San Jose, San Francisco. So therefore,
like that it's bringing in locals.
Yeah, so local Valley tournament for the Valley, by the Valley, for the Valley kidney patient, for, you know, Chris Roquillo is a great cause, you know, so anyhow, we're going to close it up, though. I do appreciate you coming by just to kind of give a little...
Oh, no problem. I appreciate you guys being here covering this.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
The Fight Series is doing a great job, so I just want to give a shout out to them. So they're doing a great job. They make it all about the fighters. They put on a great venue, and it's going to be a great night tonight.
Yeah, no, definitely. Hey, so hang out here. Maybe Chris should close the show up again for the third time, maybe.
It's all right, man. It's all good. Before we get off here, so what's going on with you, dude? Are you still going to entertain? Are you still going to fight?
Yeah, that's the plan, man. I'm hoping before the end of the year I'll get back in the cage and I can have some fun also. Right now it's mainly about my guys fighting, coaching these guys, cornering these guys. It's mainly about growing them and seeing them be successful right now.
Awesome, yeah. That's all I found Archie, you know, the club. I was there when it first opened, the open house, and we had all the guys off the original first class of the Tough series on there and stuff when the grand opening.
Been a lot of big names.
Oh yeah, and the facility is kind of like a little diamond. Unless you go inside, you don't know what's inside there. You know, they have availability of everything that you want to do, from boxing, rolling, you know, mats, cage, whatever, like that too. So, and they're really generous on your time if you come from another gym to go in there. There's a lot of people that
a lot of different gyms will hit us up and say, can we get some time in if you guys to spar with them, and we're more than welcome. You know, as long as they sign a waiver, we can all have fun.
Yeah, and that's it. And go out there and support them, Valley Fight Club, man. That's the main purpose why it even came around. You know, de-invested, and the rest is history, as they say. So, but hey, appreciate you taking the time.
I appreciate you guys.
Good luck tonight, man. You guys have fun, and we're gonna go ahead. Again, we're going to wrap it up here from the official weigh-ins at the Wake House, the site of the Valley Fight Series tonight. We want to shout out to our sponsors out there at Spike and Rail in Selma, California, where we'll return next Wednesday. Also, Visalia MMA. Eddie, go and see Eddie out there at the Visalia MMA for all your combat sport needs. Glepler Digital keeps us online. And Alonzo Morales all about millions, and Onacar, oh yeah, in Fresno, the home of the home of the $500 down payment. You mentioned MMA Fight Pass, and they'll give you a free full tank.
Yeah, and you know, Onacar is also one of the key sponsor for the
tournament. Yes,
tournament.
Yes, they are. Thank you.
Yeah, so Onacar, thanks a bunch. Onacar's badass. Go out there and visit them. And buy a card from them. Mention MMA Fight Pass. That's the key. Mention MMA Fight Pass.
Go and tell a friend. All right, people. That's a wrap. Hopefully, you see you guys out there tonight. Here.
Tonight we'll be here. Valley Fight Series. We'll be here at 7 p.m. or is it 6 p.m. this time?
At 6 p.m. start.
6 p.m.
Yep.
Perfect.
All right.
Peace.
Thank you guys very much.
Thanks a lot, brother.